and welcome to the noob-tube. If you've made it to this video, then you're probably a noob, and that's okay, so am I. And if you're not, then welcome. Leave some comments, some constructional criticism, some advice. We're all trying to learn something here, and that's what this hobby's all about, right? Learning and having fun. So I'll start off saying that this is actually a replacement video to another video that I made about 4 days ago. That was a noob's perspective on the Eachine Wizard x220. And you know, I got a lot of comments, you know, some positive ones saying that I helped some people out and that they learned some stuff that they couldn't find anywhere else, and awesome. That's why I did it. I didn't do it for any other reason than that. I did get, you know, a few haters, which is fine. You're always going to get them, and you know, some constructive criticism, which is awesome too. Pretty much what I learned was that the video was a little misleading as far as my intentions, and it seemed as though maybe I was trying to give advice to noobs and maybe leading them in the wrong direction. I didn't mean to do that, so that's kind of why I'm making this video here. It was just a perspective, just my perspective as a noob, and I saw a need to make that video because I could tell that a lot of people are getting into this hobby that have never flown before, and you know, these things are so inexpensive now, like the Eachine Wizard x220. In my opinion, and quite a few other people's opinions, this is a great price point for a drone or anything that flies in general. And a lot of people are buying this drone specifically, and a lot of people are getting into the drone racing hobby, not just drone flying. And it's some people are, you know, completely new to flying things at all. Some people don't like toys. I don't like toys. Some people don't want to go to Walmart or Toys R Us and buy some cheap piece of junk that's just you can't replace parts on it when it breaks, and you know, it's a waste of money. You know, you do get a lot of advice telling you to buy toys before you start and things like that, which is awesome. That is a great idea if that's what you want to do. But you know, me and a lot of other people getting into this hobby, they're buying this drone specifically, and it's quite a handful, I'll tell you that, but I'll get to that in a minute. What's really going on, you know, with this whole drone racing thing and noobs and veterans and stuff? You know, why am I making this video? Well, drone racing is taking off quite fast. Didn't mean for that pun, but yeah. So DRL just got picked up by ESPN not too long ago. I mean, this is a very new sport, and who knows if it's even going to make it. Who knows if, you know, people are going to watch it, and you know, that's what's going to happen. But you know, from what I've seen so far, and you know, my personal experience is that it's growing so fast, and these things are getting so cheap that you're going to start getting people that have never flown before that are buying these things, and because they just want to have some fun. They want to do it too. They want to race real fast, and they want to do the cool stuff. And you know what? You can't. I get it. I get that you can't just pick these things up and just start doing flips and stuff. And I personally am being responsible. I'm learning how to hover. Real simple. I'm learning how to go forwards, 180, come back, in a very safe environment, and with a spotter. But you know, you're gonna get new people to the hobby that aren't as responsible as some of us, and that won't do the research and the legwork that they need to do to get themselves started. And I understand that. And the reason that I'm making this video, and I will be making a series of videos, is to explain what it's like to be a noob just starting out in this hobby, and try and explain some things to noobs in my, you know, videos that I will make, actually adding some advice, some things that I've learned, how to, you know, get your drone off the ground, what parts, you know, you might be looking into replacing in the future, stuff like that. But these things can be dangerous. The blades spin really fast and they're very hard to control. And you need to be careful. If you've never flown a drone before, I can't recommend this drone specifically. If you've never flown a drone before, I don't even recommend getting any kind of freestyle, high performance racer drone or anything like that, because that's what I did. And if I could do it differently, then, you know, it probably would have been nice if I had been flying, you know, some toys or some, you know, slower drones and stuff in the past, and had some knowledge about how some of this stuff works. Start small, you know. If you want to get into the drone racing hobby and the community and everything, that's great. That's awesome, because I know it's super exciting and I'm super excited, and you get to mod your stuff and all that cool stuff. Go look into the micro drones. If you just itching to spend some money and you want to get you some first person gear, or you've already ordered it or you got it secondhand from somebody, go get you a micro drone. Go get you a Tiny Whoop or something. Eachine has a cheaper version. Put your little camera on it and have some fun indoors. So get a feel for how these things work. And, you know, that's what I'm trying to do here. It's a noob's perspective. This is my perspective. I probably jumped a little too early onto making that first video without kind of putting a few days into having my hands on this thing. And it probably would have been a much more constructive video had I done that. So I'm gonna make separate videos explaining, you know, what I've done to this thing, what you may or may not be asking, you know, questions and stuff, maybe stuff you can't find online. I explained in my first video that a lot of videos that you look for and you find online are made by experienced users, which is awesome. That's what you want, you know, but there's so much content out there around this drone and around all drones in general, and it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get more cluttered. But a lot of that content is made by experienced users that may overlook some tips and some things to explain that new users just don't know how to ask. They don't know what questions to ask, and that's okay. Don't let anybody tell you different, because, you know, it's your money and you spend it how you want to spend it. As long as you're responsible, you're not hurting anybody, you're flying in an open area, that's your prerogative. So what to take away from this video: one, this is not a starter drone. Even though it comes with a controller and everything, this is something to get you going from flying, you know, little toy quads or something you might have got for Christmas or whatever, into something a little more racier, a little more performance, more flips, more fun stuff like that. And you still are going to have a learning curve getting into it, even if you've flown drones before. So, two, look forward to some more videos. I'll be explaining, you know, my journey so far into the Eachine x220, my journey into quad racing, just the hobby, stuff like that. And, you know, there's going to be plenty of content, because every time I learn something new, which is every day, because the community is amazing. I'm on a couple of Facebook groups and things like that, and they're always willing to help and tell you new things. Then I'll be making update videos and saying, why did I do this and this happened and maybe you shouldn't do that. All kind of cool stuff like that. So anyways, if you want to buy the Eachine Wizard x220 and you have never flown a drone before in your life, maybe hold off. Get you something a little bit easier to fly. If you want to do it anyway, go right ahead. Be careful. Do your research. That's why I'm going to make these noob videos, the noob-tube, right? So you guys subscribe if you want to look forward to some of these noob videos. If not, awesome. Happy flying. See you guys later.